So today we're reviewing the Grave Digger. This is an event schematic from the Fortnite set, and we'll be returning October 8th, I believe. I could be wrong, but I did check the calendar. It says that, so unless they change it, it will be returning October 8th. Now, as you can see, this is just a assault rifle painted over to have a Halloween aesthetic, but it is functionally a somewhat different weapon from the normal siege breaker. As you can see, it has a bit of a weird layout for its perks, where the element is first, but it can also be any element, but it always comes as fire. The fifth perk, which is usually, down there, because it's the fifth one, is at the middle, so it's the third perk. And then, it comes with affliction, but it doesn't come with any other perks, so, if you have slowed and snared on it, it's not going to do that, or stunned and staggered, it's not going to do that, because there's nothing that does that. So, of course, you want to run this with affliction, and I think it always comes with affliction, so that isn't really an issue. And when I talk about bare bones basic assault rifle, I do mean the siege breaker, this gun right here. As you can see, it's perked functionally the same, and there's like no perk difference at all, because if you want to have a similar experience to the Grave Digger, just replace that with fire, and you basically have a very same weapon. If you compare them, you can clearly see the Siege Breaker has a higher damage per second from the Grave Digger. Now, the Grave Digger does have higher damage and headshot damage, but the Siege Breaker has lower. They have the same crit hit and crit chance and crit hit damage. Whatever you want to word that. Now, the Siege Breaker does fire faster at 10.8 bullets a second, while the Grave Digger only fires 7.2. Now, with a magazine perk on both, the Siege Breaker has less bullets, but the Grave Digger has more. It has 70, while it has 52. The range, exactly the same. Durability, exactly the same. The Siege Breaker reloads a little bit faster at 2.3, while the Grave Digger reloads at 2.7. And ammo cost, of course, is 1. And impact is actually lower on the Siege Breaker. It's higher on the Grave Digger, but that is unimportant. I don't think you are wanting to use an impact weapon on enemies usually. You usually want to keep your enemies near you when you're, attacking them, especially with like a sword. But point being, it's unimportant. And they're crafted the exact same, and they're both assault rifle, range, and yeah. And since it's just a super basic assault rifle, I will be running it with Tactical Assault Sledgehammer, with Total Rocking Out, and the basic assault rifle build. I've shown this off multiple times, so I don't think I need to repeat myself. Now, before we get in game and test it out, I do want to say that I will be doing late night with Creature on Twitch possibly if I get that set up before 8, usually when I start it. Now, if you want to find me on Twitch, my @ is still Creature STW. That hasn't changed, but I don't know how to exactly advertise it, so it might be a little hard to find if looking it up doesn't work exactly. So yeah. Anyways, let's get in game and let's test this out. Okay, so this is me from the future, not from the future, but present still. But Bing, if you listen to the voiceover, I was accidentally muted the whole time. I didn't even realize. But we're back. We're back to the live recording. We're not accidentally not recording audio. We're recording footage, just not the audio. Which, oops, didn't mean to do. I muted the audio because last time I recorded, I had to record the outro for the Zapatron video. But as you see, it did normal assault rifle stuff. It's a very simple weapon, and I think that's pretty obvious. But let's go see if we can get some wafers and test this out on some more enemies. I still can't believe I was muted the whole time and I didn't even realize. This is why I should probably check my audio and stuff before I go, yep, let's carry on. But, yeah. So sadly, I wasn't able to find any big targets while running around because I spent most of my time trapping. But that's not important. But we do have a little title here, so let's just spray in with the Affliction. And let's focus on the Taker, and of course, as it died. Of course, as I already said, it's basically the Siege Breaker, except a little different. And the Siege Breaker is, if not one of the best ARs in the game, so like if you go for this, it's obviously going to be a solid pick, but you might as well just go for the Siege Breaker because it's base game, easier to get, and you know, just kind of like an everywhere type of weapon. Now, if trading was still in the game, you could probably just ask for someone and he'll give you one. But of course, you know, trading is no longer in the game, so you know, yeah. But I hear a Smasher sleeping somewhere. Oh, you serious? Oh, there went the loot. Oops. Oh yeah. Forgot this happens. But no, but the mission has to start, so let's just focus on these guys. I see it's just assault rifle. Oh, I meant to phase shift. I didn't mean to pull my minigun. Put away my minigun. There we go. The point being, if you get this, it's just an assault rifle. And dear fucking god. Oh my god. Okay, it's for me new one. I don't see any, like, smashers. Honestly, there isn't much enemies. Again, we're doing a repair the shelter, which doesn't tend to spawn much enemies. But it's literally the only nature mission today. That's in the 160 zones. So, like, it's just the only mission I can really do at the given moment. Let's see if we can find, like, a smasher or something. I'm gonna have to load into a second match, and I'm not going to focus on defending. Well, I will defend. You know, I'm gonna probably focus more on actual testing the weapons instead of building. But we have a mini boss smasher. Let's see what it is. Is tank, which isn't bad, but it's better than trap vulnerable, which we usually get in these videos. Now you can see it's doing normal AR stuff. I don't really know how to review it because it's just an AR at heart. I don't know how to make it interesting. What do you want me to say? It's super corn and syrup frocious dilly dumptious or something. I don't know. We're about to lose the mission. Are we getting flinged? Or are they just running into it? No, they just have a shitload of openings. Are my traps literally doing nothing? No, the smasher's breaking through it. Oh my god. Ugh. Honestly, this mission has gone a little bit terrible, I will admit. Because I built most of it, and then my teammates literally didn't do shit. Is there... I didn't want to swing my hammer. Oops. Is there any, like, enemies that aren't just tankers? No? Because I'm just basically showing off it's just a simple AR. It's such a cookie... It's a cookie cutter basic. You know, it'll work great, but, you know, there isn't really much to say about it, honestly. Good weapon, really strong, I guess. That simplifies it to its basic functionality, just a good weapon. But I'll cut back in the next match. Alrighty, we are in another game, same map as before, or zone as before, not map. But point being, we are solo, because we haven't found any teammates, and I kind of want to work on this video, so yeah. Now, by ourselves, you can see it's doing fairly decent, which can't be said for other guns. Other guns don't usually work all that well by themselves. Well, by themselves are great, but without a full team, giving that team bonus, weapons do tend to be a little weaker. Now you can see this weapon is doing fairly good, as most assault rifle weapons do. I don't know why I had to say with a W, but it did. There you see, it does fairly well. We got a blast up on the hill, so let's just focus on it. And now, it did get stunned. I tried to phase shift, my bad. But put this away, there we go. This happened again. It happened again. You know, this is why... you know, maybe I should review weapons that doesn't require me to be an outliner most of the time. Because I'm just used to having the mobility of phase shift. But as you can see, the weapon does fairly well. Not much to really say about it, except it works. Like, this is why I haven't really reviewed assault rifle in a while because they're pretty simple weapons. Now there is a couple of unique-ish cases of assault rifles, like the I don't know, like the Candy Cane LMG. I reviewed that one. You know, where it drops the candy when you kill enemies sometimes, and then you can use that to heal yourself, which is super tasty. And then there's the Duet, and you know, if I scroll through here, I could maybe find another example of a unique assault rifle. I guess the Dragon's Roar. It's not the best, but you know, it would work. The Hydra is fairly unique, you know, it's being a shotgun assault rifle, but then you can also throw the Hammer Crush into there. I made a video on that one too. Popping up a lot of things on screen right now, I know it's crazy, but you know, I review a lot of weapons because it's what I have fun doing. Honestly, I kind of want to go play Battle Royale, because Season 6 has returned in OG, and I really want to play that. So yeah, but anyways, let's see if we can find some Mist Monsters to test on. Alrighty, we have a Smasher adjacent to us, so let's just focus in on it. Not wording, am I right? It's just one of those days. As you see, it's doing assault rifle damage. There isn't really much to say. I've said it multiple times, but it's true. Now we do have an elemental enemy right here, so let's go see how well it holds up. It does seem to be doing a little bit better, a little bit faster. Obviously, because it's matching element. And, yeah. I don't really know what to say, because I feel like I've reviewed this weapon to the fullest, honestly. So, yeah. Now, there's a bug in the moment where, in Fortnite, if you do your endurance, it crashes about halfway through. I don't know why. At least on Xbox, it's crashing. So if you play on Xbox and you do an endurance and like halfway through it, sometimes it crashes. That does seem to be an issue at the moment. Other people are experiencing. So I'm gonna have to grind for the battle pass normally. You know, not going my endurance for about like a week straight, like I did last time. But oh well, I do play the game obviously, so it isn't that big of an issue. But let's go see if we can find a couple more Mist Monsters to test out the weapon, and let's then we'll go to the conclusion if we find some more Mist Monsters or enemies. Actually, we do have a big crowd of... Oh, we have a large crowd right here. We'll just go and find solo. We don't have to aim in because we are just kind of hitting anything in the radius of it. As you see, it's clearing out the enemies. I don't know what you want. Breaking news. Very popular and good weapon. Does great damage, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Because it's performing like an assault rifle. Now, not every assault rifle obviously performs the same. There is some differentiations. You know, there's the Terminator, and then there's like, you know, the DMR-esque weapons, which some people classify as assault rifles, but I think they're classified as snipers. And then there's the tap fire, and then there's the burst. There's a lot of variations of ARs in the game. It's just, this is the most basic one there is. Fast firing, good crowd clearing, good range, and good mid range, and like good close range. Like, what do you want me to say? It's functionally the weapon you see. It's just an assault rifle. You know, it's not where like the Duet, where you know it looks like a behemoth of a weapon and it does great. You know, this is just an assault rifle that does good. You know, like what I don't know what to say. I really don't. It's been good solo, I guess, in a 160 zone, but like usually you have a whole team, so this isn't really ever something you're doing. You're never really soloing these type of missions because, you know, they're really hard. But like, you know, it's kind of like saying water's blue because it is, and this assault rifle is good because it is. Like, what more do I really need to say about it? It's an assault rifle. You want a cookie? Anyways, I'll see you in lobby for the final analysis. So, would I suggest the Gravedigger as a primary weapon in Fortnite Save the World? Yeah, it's just an assault rifle. There isn't really anything special about it that makes it super unique from other weapons. It's a weapon. It does range damage, it does high damage, good fire rate, like... It'll work if using it as a primary. Now, it of course can't be any element. It's not stuck to fire, but I used it in a fire. I used it as fire because that's what it comes as. So you know, but you can run it with energy and then use it as a primary for any zone. So like, yeah, it works. I don't know what to say. Anyways, I hope to see you at Late Night with Creature tonight, depending on what platform it's on. And I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye.